The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, Breakout Investing, with your host, Ken Shreve.
Hi everyone, Ken Shreve with you. Welcome to another edition of Breakout Investing on TFNN. A big day for the market taking shape today on day 11 of a rally attempt for the Dow, S&P 500, and NASDAQ. We had a nice rally that started on August 9th, and boy, big percentage gains. Volume has been on the light side for the better part of Tuesday's session, but it does seem to be picking up the pace as we head into the close here. More on that in a moment. If you want to call into my show, the number to use is 877-927-6648. That's 877-927-6648. We can talk about this market action today. My show airs every Tuesday and Thursday on TFNN from 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern. I'm on Channel 1 and Tiger TV on the homepage of TFNN.com. If you're at a PC, you can look at the charts right along with me when I'm going over selected charts on the program. You can also get my show anytime on iTunes if you can't listen live. And don't forget, a great way to listen to all TFNN programming is with your smartphone. Just type in tfnn.mobi on your smartphone browser and you can get the stream there 24/7. It's Tuesday. That means the latest update to my Ultimate Growth Stocks newsletter went out earlier today. I launched my newsletter, my Growth Stock newsletter, at TFNN on, I should say, in late April. So I've been up and running for a few months now, and I moved the portfolio starting in late July, early August. I started moving to cash. With a day like today in the market, it seems that I should be putting money to work, and I will be doing that. It looks like we have a follow-through day taking shape. It is still a little too early to make that call with about 50 minutes left to go in Tuesday's session, but a bullish day taking shape for the market. I was listening to Tom O'Brien earlier, and he talked about the fact that we came into these August 9th lows in lighter volume, successful retest, and here we have the NASDAQ up close to 4% today. That's 90 points to 2435. Looking at a chart at the NASDAQ right now, you can see the intraday low of 2331 set on August 9th was never undercut. It came close, but again, the NASDAQ came down, tested that low in lighter volume, and not a great day for the market yesterday. You had futures pointed to a higher open, and then the NASDAQ finished all the way near its low. There was really never much volume behind Monday's early move in the market, and again, on Monday, the NASDAQ finished near its session low. We only had on Monday about 1.95 billion shares trade on the NASDAQ. Today, again, volume is picking up the pace. It looks like we could see a 2.1, maybe a 2.2 billion share day on the NASDAQ. Would have been nice to see unequivocal conviction in terms of the volume. I'm talking about volume of maybe 2.5, 2.6 billion shares at the very least, but hey, if volume comes in higher than Monday and these percentage gains hold, it looks like it will be unequivocal follow-through for the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P 500 on the 11th day of its rally attempt. Now, ideally, for those of you who read Investors Business Daily, and I worked there for several years and learned how to recognize follow-through days, ideally you like to see these occur between day 4 and day 7 of a rally attempt. They can occur later, and they can launch meaningful new uptrends. So the signal by the market today is that it's if you've moved to the sidelines and have been sitting in cash, getting out of the market's way and getting out of the way of this fairly significant distribution that we've seen since late July, early August, it's a signal right now that you can probably start nibbling again and see how it works. Again, there's a lot of headlines that are looming later in the week, especially on Friday. We'll get into that in just a little bit. All right, let's move on and take a look at the S&P 500 here. I'm going to pull that chart up on Channel 1 and Tiger TV. You can see the S&P 500 is currently up about 3.3%. That's about 37 points to 1160.55. So a good day taking shape for the S&P 500. And we can also take a look at the Dow here, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and see it's turning in a good performance as well, up about 310 points right now, 2.9% to 11,165. So looks like a follow-through day taking shape. The main issue I have right now is this. Typically when you go through a period of market weakness, which we clearly saw, the NASDAQ, S&P 500 came in 17, 18, 19% off their recent highs. And when you see a meaningful pullback in the market like that, it allows time for growth stocks and bull market leaders over the past 2.5 years to carve new bases. In other words, they consolidate gains, they correct off their highs. If the market comes in 15%, it's not uncommon at all to see growth stocks correct 2 times what the market does. So you'll see some situations of stocks showing corrections of 25 to 35% recently. There are some stocks that have held up much better than that. Some stocks that have only corrected 15, 20% off their highs. I think these stocks have the better chance of being potential leaders. But the main issue I have is that anytime you see a follow-through day, it's always good to see a plentiful supply of stocks that are poised to break out from consolidation areas. And we don't really have that right now. I have one stock in my model portfolio that's breaking out nicely today in heavy volume, just what you'd expect, a market leader, breaking out on a follow-through day. But really, there aren't that many base breakouts going on. There are some instances of stocks finding support at the 50-day moving average, other instances of stocks coming down, breaking through their 50 days and finding support at their 200-day moving average, which is a longer-term level of support. Now, the fact that a lot of these stocks are finding support at their 200-day moving average is good, but they're only halfway through the base building process. In other words, it's unclear which stocks are going to be able to successfully retest their prior highs, stage new breakouts, and become new market leaders. And so that's worth paying attention to. The fact that there aren't a lot of base breakouts happening today, again, that could change in coming weeks. But right now, when I look at my screens, I see a lot of base building going on still, a lot of stocks that still basically have to prove themselves more before I'd be comfortable buying, because what you have is a lot of distribution, a lot of professional selling down the left side when they corrected with the market, and only just now they're starting to rally back, again, either finding support at the 50-day or the 200-day moving average. But when I look at some of the gainers today, I got to tell you, the volume in some of these names is not that impressive. So you got a lot of institutional selling and still not much in the way of accumulation. So that's what I'd like to see going forward for the rest of this week, into next week and beyond. Let's see which stocks are going to start to be accumulated. And I'm not talking about buying by hedge funds and high-frequency traders. I mean, I'm really still looking to see meaningful money come in from the sidelines here. Now, with the percentage gains that we're seeing today, I think there's probably a good chance some of that is happening. But let's see how the market reacts through the end of the week and into next week. Hopefully, we see more signs of accumulation. And what we don't want to see is obviously a 200, 300-point decline by the Dow over the next couple of days in heavy volume, another sign of distribution. If the market falls, let's hope it falls in light volume, and let's see if we can get something out of this follow-through day that looks like it's taking shape today. Let me just go get a quick volume read here and see where we're at volume-wise. Again, indexes are near their session highs. They look to be strengthening into the close here with about 45 minutes left to go in Tuesday's session. NASDAQ volume on track to be about 3% higher than Monday. Again, Monday volume was slightly below average at 1.95 billion shares. So NASDAQ volume tracking higher, but not by much, and NYSE volume only about 1% higher. So it's conceivable, hey, we could get some follow-through on the NASDAQ today, but maybe not for the S&P 500, which doesn't negate the power of the NASDAQ's follow-through day. Hey, let's just take it for what it is. Good, solid day for the market, and hopefully this is going to mark some sort of uptrend from here. The follow-through days, again, they can spark tradable rallies that last a few weeks or several weeks, or they can spark, meaningful market uptrends, which, if it's the latter, should present some meaningful profit opportunities down the line. All right, NASDAQ strong today, again up more than 4%. Tech stocks got a lift after Wells Fargo earlier today raised its rating for NVIDIA to outperform from market perform, citing signs of improving market trends in the personal computer market. Really haven't heard much good news about the PC market, but it was a positive note from Wells Fargo today. We'll take a look at NVIDIA, see how it's doing today. Shares up 10% or so. That's $1.23 to $13.17. Now, when we're talking about stocks that have the potential to lead a new market uptrend, I would not put NVIDIA in this bunch. You can see the stock is still, despite the upgrade today, the stock is still in a technical downtrend, far off its high, underneath its 50-day moving average at 1446, and also underneath its 200-day moving average of 1752. So looks like it still could be a long way back for NVIDIA despite the upgrade today from Wells Fargo. Okay, taking a look at oil, up 1.2% to $85.44 a barrel today. Take a look at a popular ETF. That's the DIG, the ProShares Ultra Oil and Gas Fund, which basically tracks the price of oil. See what the DIG is doing. It's up, looks like 8% today to $40.38. Still in a technical downtrend here. Not really sure that just because oil it was up today that it's going to spur a huge rally in oil prices from here. The ProShares Ultra Oil and Gas Fund still far off its high, and trying to put in a bottom here. Taking a look at gold. Gold finally came in price today. It's down $30.60 to $1861.30 an ounce. A lot of talk lately about a gold bubble. We could take a look at the Spider Gold Trust here under S. Let's see, Spider Gold Trust shares. And there's no doubt that the GLD, which basically trades at 1/10 the price of an ounce of gold, it was very extended going into today. So as money is flowing into the stock market, it is coming out of gold. The GLD is at its session low, down about 3.6% to 177.97. Very extended. It broke out in July over $151.86. So it was very extended going into today. Not surprising to see it pull back. It is still holding above its 10-day moving average at 175.57. That could prove to be a short-term support level. Also, its 20-day moving average is at 168.37. So GLD under pressure today, down about 3.6%. Okay, folks.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
Direction Shares Leverage ETFs fuse the benefits of exchange-traded funds with the innovation you expect from Direction, providing investors with opportunities to magnify their short-term perspective, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. Direction Shares, ETFs to the power of X. To learn more about Direction Shares, click on the Direction banner on the front page of TFNN.com or call 866-476-7523. There is no guarantee that the funds will achieve their objective. The ETFs are not suitable for all investors and should be utilized only by sophisticated investors who understand short-term trading, leverage risk, consequences of seeking daily leverage investment results, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. An investor should consider the investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses of Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information and can be obtained at directionshares.com. Please read the prospectus carefully before investing. Distributed by Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of the Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real Money Masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks, something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Breakout Investing. I'm your host, Ken Shreve. Before we went on break, we were talking about weakness in the GLD today, brought about by a $30.60 drop in gold to $1,861 an ounce. No one is surprised to see the GLD again pull back after its recent breakout over $151, $152 a share. It pretty much went up parabolic. But what's been interesting is that the big move in gold prices recently. You also have the Market Vectors Gold Miners ETF, which trades under the ticker symbol GDX. Now, that broke out in heavy volume yesterday, cleared a swing point right here of $61.71, and good volume behind the breakout. And I'm not ready to give up on the gold miners just yet. I think if gold prices continue to come in materially, that could be problematic for everything gold related, but I can't help but notice a lot of intriguing technical setups among the gold miners, and I think that's important. It is still a group that is showing good signs of accumulation in recent weeks, and even though there looks to be some heavy volume selling in the Market Vectors Gold Miners today, one day after a technical breakout, there are still a lot of compelling gold miners out there. And we could take a look at ticker ABX. That is Barrick Gold, and this is a stock again that a stock that's been under accumulation. It recently broke out over $51 a share right in this area here, and it's not uncommon for stocks or ETFs for that matter to pay a visit to a swing point after they break out, and that is what's happening in GDX. That's what's happening in ABX today. But again, I don't think the recent accumulation in these stocks can be completely ignored. I don't think one day of price weakness is not necessarily going to kill a sector. So it'll be interesting to see how the miners trade going forward. But I do think that the technical pictures are compelling enough in enough stocks in this group that I just can't quite give up on the miners yet. So that's a look at Barrick Gold. You can also take a look at Goldcore here, another high quality name in the group. And Goldcore also under pressure today, down about 5.4%. To $51.21. It doesn't look like volume is overwhelming here, even though the percentage decline is pretty harrowing. Goldcore headed into today was approaching some resistance at 55.39. That's right in this level here. Certainly, a lot different technically than Barrick Gold that we just looked at. But Goldcore was a stock that had really come back to life in recent days, under pressure today. So it remains to be seen if it's going to be able to get over that recent high of 55.39. Now, we've talked in the past about El Dorado Gold. That's ticker EGO. This is a stock that clearly has not broken down technically. It's also under pressure today, down about 5.5% to 1911. Good solid breakout for El Dorado recently over 1898, right in this area here. So it's still holding above that buy point. Another top performing gold miner. And finally, let's take a look at Kinross Gold. That's ticker KGC. Kinross Gold here. And this was a stock that headed into today was approaching a possible swing point or buying area of 1782 right in this area here. It's also under pressure today, down 4% to 1692. So it'll be interesting to see how the miners respond, what gold prices are going to do in general from here. And again, if money continues to flow into the stock market with conviction, it could cause some continued pressure on gold prices. But we'll just have to see how it plays out. The bottom line is I still think there are a lot of gold miners out there that look fairly compelling. And there was actually one more I wanted to look at, kind of a little-known name, but one with outstanding fundamentals, outstanding growth prospects, and technically very healthy here. A company called Mine Finders. That's ticker MFN. Mine Finders. It trades on the American Stock Exchange. Average daily volume of about 600,000 shares. It has a market cap of 1.3 billion. So it is a small cap. This stock is down not as much as some of the other miners we've looked at. Only down about 2.7% to 1650. Still. Trading pretty well, still well above its 50-day moving average at 1427. So Mine Finders, another interesting name in the space. So don't give up on the gold miners just yet. They've been showing lots of accumulation. One day of selling isn't necessarily going to kill the uptrend. Stick with us, folks. We'll be right back.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks. TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com. Win free silver all summer long during our Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway.
And it's my very great pleasure to announce our winner in the Great Panther Silver Coin Giveaway, Patricia Keith of Framingham, Massachusetts. Patricia, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Are you the kind of person that's lucky that wins a lot of things in life or not?
Yeah, I do.
You do? What do you think you attribute this luck to? Is it good living or what?
Positive thinking, yeah.
That is the key. Did you ever think you would win the Great Panther Silver Coin?
No, I didn't, but I really appreciate it. Thank you.
And how long have you listened to TFNN?
Oh my gosh, 5 years?
Through Labor Day, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only. One lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for more information. Win free silver all summer long during our Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
This segment is brought to you by Direction Shares. To learn more about tactical tools for the sophisticated active investor, hit the Direction Shares banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Breakout Investing. Ken Shreve with you here on TFNN. A quick check on the markets here with little less than 30 minutes left to go in Tuesday's session. We've got the NASDAQ outperforming nicely, up 84.5 points. That's 3.6% to 24.29. About 10-15 minutes ago, it was up close to 4%, so a little bit off its highs, but not by much. The S&P 500 is next, up 30 points, 2.7% to 1,154, and the Dow up 256 points. 2.4% to 11,110. Speaking of the Dow, have you been keeping an eye on McDonald's lately? Boy, has this one been a steady performer. You've often hear me talking about bases taking shape when a stock consolidates gains and starts to retest a prior high. Well, McDonald's is doing just that. It's been consolidating gains for a little over 4 weeks. Typically, I like to see a base, a minimum base form in about 6-7 weeks. But still, McDonald's looking very strong here, up 1.4% to 88.98. Not that far at all from its all-time high of 89.57 set back in July. So McDonald's a good example of a base taking shape here. You can see it came down to its 50-day moving average, turned with the market when stocks bottomed on August 9th, but it has been a strong performer, up quite a bit since August 9th, and sitting just off its prior high again of 89.57. So McDonald's acting very well. Hey, did you hear the news about the earthquake today in Virginia? Apparently that was felt in parts of New York, Washington, D.C., only about an hour and a half from D.C. I think there was an earthquake in Colorado last night as well, but the earthquake in Virginia today was 5.8, 5.9 magnitude. That's a pretty significant earthquake. I live in Southern California and was here for the Northridge quake in 1994, and that was a 6.9 that brought down bridges here in L.A., and it was quite scary, but not to make light of the earthquake in Virginia today, but a lot of people said that the shaking felt in Virginia and Washington, D.C. wasn't an earthquake at all. It was actually the Fed revving up its printing presses. So we will see about that. The Fed this coming Friday is Ben Bernanke is speaking. I mentioned at Jackson Hole, Wyoming. A lot of people are expecting the Fed to say something that is going to make the markets happy. I don't think another round of quantitative easing is going to be introduced. There's been some talk that the Fed may kind of rejigger its balance sheet and do something that's going to they may sell shorter-term securities, lift those interest rates up, while buying longer-term securities and pushing those yields down. In the end, it's meant to keep interest rates low. I'm not sure there's anything new there. I mean, that's really what the Fed has been doing for some time now, and what lower interest rates have done to stimulate the economy really remains to be seen. Unemployment is still high. The housing market still can't get out of its own way. Earlier today, we had new home sales for July that fell for the third straight month. Sales fell 0.7% to a seasonally adjusted annual rate of 298,000 units. Economists expected a slight increase to 310,000 from 300,000 in June. So disappointing new home sales data. On the bright side, new home sales are up 6.8% compared to a year ago, and the supply of new homes fell 0.6% to a record low of 165,000. So more on the Fed when we come back. Stick with us.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives traders, investors, and money managers a thorough strategy for trading in the gold market. If you're an investor in gold or any of the gold mining equities, this newsletter is an essential tool that can help you become a better trader in the gold market. The Gold Report comes out every Monday with complete coverage of the entire gold market, including the XAU, HUI, the dollar, the bond, the rand, as well as more than 35 different mining equities. For the low price of $150, you will receive 13 weeks of the Gold Report, or you can order up to a full year for under $500. If you'd like to find out more about the Gold Report, log on to tfnn.com, or for more information, call our office at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of the Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real Money Masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks, something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever. At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, Did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
Yeah, I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
See, what we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you know, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
This segment is brought to you by BackTech Environmental. For more information, just click the BackTech banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Breakout Investing. I am your host, Ken Shreve. My poor attempt at a joke last segment about the shaking felt in Virginia today wasn't an earthquake. It was actually the Fed's printing presses starting up and getting into gear. I can't take credit for that. I saw that earlier today on Twitter. So credit where credit is due. Okay, back to the Fed and this Friday. I mean, what we could see is a situation here. A lot of people, when the crowd is expecting one thing, sometimes the opposite happens. So there's a lot of people expecting the Fed to come to the rescue, pull a rabbit out of its hat, and announce another round of quantitative easing or something to stimulate the economy. Obviously, Ben Bernanke is not really going to have much to say good about the economy. Don't forget, there's another piece of economic data due Friday, and that is the second estimate to second quarter gross domestic product. The first estimate was growth of 1.4%. It is expected to fall a little bit to 1.1%. You know, what happens? How does the market react if it comes in worse than expected? Remember, first quarter gross domestic product was downwardly revised all the way down to growth of 0.4%. So the second revision to second quarter gross domestic product is due Friday, and that will come ahead of Bernanke's speech in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. So what we have to work with right now is a good, positive rally for the market today. Again, it's too early to call it a follow-through day. I haven't checked on volume recently. But let's just take a look at the markets here. The percentage gains so far today are certainly enough. They do convey unequivocal strength. Again, when you see a follow-through day, it should convey unequivocal strength. It should be forceful. It should be with conviction. It should not be on the fence. So the percentage gains today certainly fit the bill. The volume, you know, of course, no one's ever happy with the volume in the market these days. But again, it does appear to be picking up the pace a little bit. That's good news. NASDAQ volume at last check tracking about 6 to 7% higher than Monday. New York Stock Exchange volume picking up the pace as well, now up about 2% from Monday's level. So looks like a follow-through day is taking shape here. Mentioned the new home sales earlier today. More bad data on that front. And another reason for stocks rallying today is actually some upbeat manufacturing reports from Europe and China. European debt concerns have the backseat for now, but of course that's always going to be a headwind for this market. But let's hope that today's strong performance takes us somewhere. Coming up Wednesday, tomorrow, we've got durable orders for July. They're expected to rise 1.9% ex-transportation. They're expected to fall 0.5%. In June, durable orders fell 1.9% ex-transportation. They were actually up 0.4%. So durable orders tomorrow. Of course, weekly jobless claims on Thursday, and we mentioned a busy day of economic activity on Friday, culminating with Ben Bernanke's speech at Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Still a lot of IPOs. Remember, just recently, the IPO market was doing very well. We had LinkedIn come to market. We had Fusion IO, a maker of storage memory platforms, come to market, and also Arcos Dorados, ARCO. In fact, let's take a look at all three of these right now. LinkedIn is ticker LNKD. This is a stock that, at one point I really thought it had a good chance of breaking out, but, it's kind of looking like a laggard now. It's not out of the question that it could stage a technical breakout down the line, but, it's up 4.5% today to 78.29, but still far off its recent high of $115 a share. Another IPO I like a lot just in terms of growth prospects is Fusion IO. That's ticker FIO, but this is a stock that's having a problem getting out of its own way as well. It's only up 16 cents today. That's close to 1% to 21.55. But two IPOs that right now are not showing much in the way of leadership potential. That's another thing you like to see in the early stages of an uptrend. Some IPOs out there that are revving their engines, getting set to potentially lead. But Fusion IO, despite really strong growth prospects in 2012, 2013, and beyond, stock can't get out of its own way. Out of the three that I mentioned, probably the best right now is Arcos Dorados. This is they're based in Argentina, and they basically operate and franchise McDonald's locations in Latin America, the Caribbean. Technically still pretty strong here, and this is a stock that I will not rule out a meaningful upside breakout from a first stage base, perhaps sooner rather than later. Stock is lagging today, up only 9 cents. That's 0.4% to 24.51. So you can see technically it's still holding above its 50-day moving average. Kind of sluggish on a strong day for the market, but Arcos Dorados is a recent new issue that also has very bright growth prospects this year. Annual earnings are expected to rise 42% from 2010 to 71 cents a share. They're expected to rise by the exact same amount in 2012, up 42% to $1.01 a share. So this is a company with interesting potential. Earnings today, we're pretty much at the tail end of second quarter earnings season, of course. So companies reporting are, really at the tail end here. China-based Focus Media Holding, FMCN. Let's see how that's doing. It was up nicely earlier in the day. Still doing okay here. It shares up 8% to 29.42. Still stuck underneath its 50-day moving average at 30.21, but investors liked what this company had to say. Focus Media basically operates an outdoor advertising network in China. They have flat panel displays. You go in elevators, see advertising on the wall. That's Focus Media. Pretty interesting company, interesting technology. Earnings up 52% year over year to 44 cents a share. Sales up 46% to 179 million. So a company growing quickly with outstanding fundamentals. But does this company have the potential to be a market leader? I would say not. It's still way too far off its high. It really needs to prove itself more. You got a lot of institutional selling, not much in the way of institutional buying. So despite a strong earnings report, really need to see more signs of accumulation in this name for it to be considered a potential leader. We'll be right back, folks.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments and Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Are you looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make. Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the opening call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his opening call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I'm very, very strongly support opening call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the opening call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com.
Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. My new book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, is for sale at Amazon.com for only $18.40.
Welcome back, everyone. Ken Shreve with you, Breakout Investing on TFNN. Well, I'd certainly be remiss without talking about some of the big price movers today in a strong day for the market. Some of these big bull market leaders over the past couple of years. We could take a look at Chipotle Mexican Grill. Shares recently up 7.5% to $293.84. This is a stock, according to my buy rules, it's just not in buying range yet. That's because, I see quite a bit of distribution in this stock as it corrected in price from 330 down to about 275 thereabouts, and I need to see signs of accumulation before I would consider entering this stock. There's out of all the growth names that are moving today, volume is pretty light in just about all of them. Now, Chipotle is the exception. Volume is tracking about 50% above its average daily volume. So a good day. There's a little bit of volume here, but I want to see how this stock responds to recent distribution that it's been hit by. And frankly, there are a lot of other growth names in this boat as well. We can take a look at Green Mountain Coffee Roasters, one of my favorite growth stocks. Company that's firing on all cylinders. This is a stock that recently broke below its 50-day moving average. Shares are up 11% today to 94.71, but volume is slightly above average. So is it clear to me that institutions are piling back into this thing after recent signs of distribution? No, it's not. Now, if Green Mountain can start to approach $105 a share, a prior level of resistance right here, and break out over that level in heavy volume, I may be interested. But this is another stock that still has a lot more work to do to prove itself before I believe an uptrend is for real. Take a look at Baidu. And again, really what I'm doing here is looking at some of the bull market leaders over the past 2.5 years, stocks that have been hit pretty hard during the recent market pullback. Baidu, up 7.4% today to 136.04. It has been smacked hard by institutional selling since early August. It came down to its 200-day moving average, found support, but Baidu is another example. Volume is only on pace to be about average. Okay, so really no signs that institutions are piling into this name either. But that could change. So at this point, with a lot of these growth names, really want to start to see some volume expansion to the upside, and then I may be interested in nibbling at some of them. Take a look at Apple today. Reuters reported earlier today that Apple is perhaps close to releasing a low-cost version, a cheaper 8-gigabyte version of its popular iPhone 4. Could be out within weeks. Again, that's according to Reuters. Shares of Apple up 4.6% to 372.71. A stock that's trying to firm up in its 50-day moving average. Its pullback compared to a lot of other growth stocks in the market has been fairly tame, fairly mild. Apple is still showing strength. I wouldn't be surprised to see this stock go on and lead if this market uptrend is for real, and in fact new institutional money does come into this market. But at this point, really looking at some resistance right in this area here, call it around 385 or so. If Apple can break out over 385, you could see a quick run towards its prior high just over 400. So Apple still looking okay, but again, this is just one day of price gains for these stocks, and if you look at volume in Apple, it's on pace to be about average, maybe slightly average as well. So that's a look at Apple. And why don't we take a look at Netflix real quick. Shares of Netflix up 7% today to $219.60. This is a very damaged stock. I really don't see Netflix being a leader in the near term. Folks, thanks a lot for joining us. Hope you enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Have a great Wednesday. I'll see you back here Thursday. Take care.
Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration